Hey guys, so hopefully this is my last announcements video as we are getting ready to finish up remote learning. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of when things are due and how grades are going to work, because I know this has been a crazy process. There's been a lot of information out there. It's constantly changing. But for our class right now, hopefully you know for me that every unit that you complete, it has to be the whole unit. You're going to get a percent added onto your third quarter grade, which if you look into PowerSchool, you should be able to see your third quarter grade. If you can't see it, just let me know, email me, and I can let you know what it says. So we have 4 units, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5, and we are now completing Unit 6. And if you do all 4 of those as an added bonus, I'll give you 1 more point. So you can get a maximum of 5 points. It's half a letter grade added to your third quarter grade, which again is going to be your final grade. So for Unit 6, tomorrow on Monday is going to be a holiday, so that's no work. Obviously, you can use it to catch up if you haven't. I still have a lot of emails in my email or my inbox to go through and update that remote learning progress list, but make sure you're checking that. Once your name is highlighted, that means I have everything and you get that extra point. And so for the acid base part, I'm going to cut kind of a lot out just for time's sake. So, and also kind of as a reward, I guess you guys have been working really hard. So we're going to have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is the review day for Unit 6. So that's when we will be done with everything. So this week on Thursday, you should be done with everything. Now that gives you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to get caught up. So Wednesday, June 3rd, is when everything is due. That's the last day to turn stuff in. So that's all your late work getting caught up, or if you've been using your flexibility and haven't been sticking to the schedule, Wednesday, June 3rd is the last day for you to turn stuff in. Now that's going to give me a few days because let's say you turn something in and I make you redo it. So that gives you only a day and a half, because Friday, June 5th is when I have to tell you what your overall grade is for my class. So at noon on Friday the 5th, if you haven't turned all your corrected stuff into me, then that's too bad. You're not going to get credit for that unit. That's the absolute last day. I have to let you know on the 5th what your grade is. So on the 5th, expect for all of those points to go in. So on the 5th, I'm going to go in and update your overall grade to reflect what you're going to get. Now that gives you about a week to look at that grade and determine, do you want to take the COVID pass or the COVID withdrawal if you haven't brought your grade up to passing, or if you want to take that numerical grade. So you have that option. So you'll have a week. Student Services should be coming out with a form that you have to fill out. But before you decide to take the pass or the numerical grade, you should probably talk to your guidance counselor. Now, the grades are automatically going to default to either a COVID pass or COVID withdrawal. So if you don't want the numerical grade, then you don't have to do anything. It's just going to calculate it as the pass or the withdrawal. But if you're planning on taking that numerical grade, you're going to have to turn in paperwork. And the way that that works is you can take a pass for one class and the numerical grade for another class. So you don't have to blanket say pass for all or numerical for all. So if you've done really well in this class, you can take the numerical grade, but let's say your math class wasn't so good, you can just take the pass. So if you are just taking the pass, it's going to default to that. But if you want your numerical grade, Student Services should be getting paperwork out soon to do that. I would check with your guidance counselor so they can calculate to make sure that you're making the best decision to help your GPA out the best that you can. So we are going to finish up with Unit 6 this Thursday. That gives you 6 days to get any makeup work done. On Wednesday, June 3rd, that's when all of your stuff has to be turned in. That gives you a day and a half for me to look on the 3rd and the 4th to grade it, make sure it's good. If you have to redo it, you have to get it redone by Friday, June 5th at noon, because Friday the 5th is when I'm going to go in, put in all of the percents for the units that you've completed. So June 5th, you can see what your numerical grade would be for this class for chemistry and really all of your classes. That way you can go through and determine, do you want to fill out the paperwork to take that numerical grade, or just sit there and it'll default to the COVID pass. So that's kind of how things are going. So the 3rd, make sure you have everything turned in. If you try to turn a bunch of things into me on June 5th at noon, I'm not accepting it. So June 4th and June 5th up until noon, that's just for you've turned work in and I've said you need to redo it. That's the only thing I'm accepting those days. So again, on June 4th, don't try to turn in a whole unit of work. I'm not going to accept it. So it's due the 3rd. And again, that's not even my policy. That's what we were told to do. So the 3rd is the last day if you need to redo it. So don't also think that you can just scribble a bunch of random things down and say, well, I turned it in on the 3rd and that was the last day. So you'll still have to make those corrections or you won't get credit. So keep that in mind. But to everyone who has been working hard, that's been awesome. I know this has been super unfortunate, but we are almost done. I might be more excited than you are for this process to be over. As always, if you have any questions, just email me and let me know. And hopefully you're staying safe and finding things to occupy your time so that you're not going crazy. But summer is almost here.